Have you ever had one of those mornings where you wake up, look at the clock, and wonder where yesterday went? You make your way to the kitchen, pour a cup of coffee, and it hits you, you forgot to take your medication last night. Or maybe you skipped lunch because the day just flew by. If any of that sounds familiar, you're not alone. Getting older brings a lot of wisdom, sure, but it also brings a few sneaky habits that can trip us up without us even noticing. Now, I'm not here to point fingers or make anyone feel bad. We've all got routines, and sometimes those routines feel like they're helping, until suddenly, they're not. What I do want to talk about today are a few small daily mistakes that many seniors make, ones that can actually have a pretty big impact on our health, our energy, and even our happiness. And don't worry, we're going to keep this conversation light, real, and full of little things you can do to turn those habits around. So, grab a warm drink, settle into your favorite chair, and let's have an honest chat about the 7 biggest mistakes many seniors make every day. And I'll let you in on a little secret, I've made most of them myself at some point. This isn't about being perfect, it's about noticing what's not working for us anymore and gently nudging things in a better direction. Let's start with something incredibly simple, but surprisingly powerful: water. You'd be amazed how many people, especially those of us over 60, go through the day without drinking nearly enough of it. We might not feel thirsty like we used to, or maybe we just forget. But here's the thing, dehydration doesn't tap you on the shoulder and say, "Hey, I'm here." It sneaks in quietly. One minute you're a little tired, the next you're dizzy, foggy-headed, and wondering why you feel so off. Drinking enough water helps everything: your energy, your digestion, your joints, your brain. It's like giving your body a tune-up every time you take a sip. And no, coffee doesn't count. I wish it did. But plain water, maybe with a squeeze of lemon or a slice of cucumber, can do wonders. If you're the kind of person who forgets to drink, try keeping a water bottle nearby wherever you sit. Make it part of your daily rhythm: water before breakfast, a few sips every hour, a glass before bed. Your body will thank you. And trust me, it can make a huge difference in how you feel by the end of the day. Now, let's talk about meals, or more accurately, skipping them. You might think, I'm not really hungry, or it's too much trouble to cook for just me. But skipping meals, especially as we age, can quickly turn into a silent problem. Without enough nourishment, your body starts borrowing energy from wherever it can, and that leads to fatigue, muscle loss, even weight loss you didn't mean to have. Not to mention how it affects your mood and memory. I get it, cooking a full meal might feel like too much effort. But a meal doesn't have to be fancy. A bowl of soup with whole grain toast, a small salad with a boiled egg, a smoothie with banana and peanut butter, those little things count. What matters is that you're fueling your body throughout the day, not letting it run on empty. And if you find yourself skipping meals because you forget or lose track of time, consider setting a gentle reminder. There are even simple clocks with alarms just for that, nothing fancy, just a little nudge to say, "Hey, it's lunchtime." Alright, now here's one that I think almost everyone struggles with at some point: taking medications exactly as prescribed. Let me tell you, with all the pills, supplements, and vitamins many of us are juggling these days, it's no wonder things get missed. Maybe you forget to refill a prescription. Maybe you mix up morning and evening doses. Maybe you just stop taking something because you're feeling better and figure, well, I probably don't need it anymore. But those little medication mix-ups can lead to big consequences. Your blood pressure spikes, your blood sugar crashes, or your arthritis flares back up. These meds are prescribed for a reason, and skipping them, even unintentionally, can cause more harm than we realize. Here's something that helps a lot of people: a weekly pill organizer. Sounds simple, but it's a game changer. You can set everything up on Sunday, and then each day, you just open the right little compartment. No guessing. No missed doses. And if you're dealing with more complex medications, some pharmacies offer blister packs where each day is pre-sorted for you. There are also medication reminder apps that beep or buzz or even speak to you. If you're not into tech, a sticky note on the fridge works just as well. Whatever makes it easier, because making it easy is the key. So we've talked about hydration, meals, and medication, 3 small things that can lead to some pretty big changes when done right. When we forget them, we may not notice the consequences right away. But over time, these missed steps can quietly wear us down. What's powerful here is that none of these solutions are complicated. No special equipment, no fancy programs, just a little extra attention, a little extra care. And you deserve that care. You deserve to feel good, energized, and clear-headed. And as we keep going, there's one more daily habit that affects everything from our strength to our independence, and it might surprise you just how easy it is to fall into this next trap. You see, one of the sneakiest daily mistakes we often make is simply not moving enough. I know, some days your knees ache, your back complains, or you just feel like resting. And that's totally fair. But here's the truth, the less we move, the harder it becomes to move. It's like our muscles and joints quietly decide, well, if you're not going to use us, we're going to stiffen up a bit. Before you know it, getting out of a chair takes effort, walking to the mailbox feels like a hike, and your balance isn't what it used to be. Staying active doesn't mean running marathons or lifting heavy weights. It can be as simple as a 10-minute walk in the morning, some gentle stretching after breakfast, or doing a bit of gardening in the afternoon. Even light movement sends a message to your body, hey, we're still in this together. Let's keep things flowing. One of my favorite low-impact activities? Chair yoga. Yep, you can sit in your chair and still stretch, twist, breathe, and move your whole body. It gets the blood flowing, eases joint stiffness, and even helps with digestion. And best of all, it doesn't require you to leave your home or buy anything special. Just a chair, a little space, and maybe a calm playlist in the background. Even something as simple as marching in place during a commercial break or dancing a little while you make lunch can make a difference. Movement isn't just about muscles, it boosts your mood, sharpens your mind, and helps you sleep better at night. It's one of those habits that pays you back immediately and over time. Speaking of sleep, let's talk about that next. Now, I don't know about you, but I've had nights where I toss and turn, look at the clock a dozen times, and wonder why I can't just drift off the way I used to. And then the next day, everything feels just a little bit harder. Your mind's a little foggy, your patience a little shorter, and everything from your appetite to your balance is off. Poor sleep is a mistake that sneaks up on us. Maybe we stay up too late watching TV. Maybe we nap a little too long during the day. Or maybe we're just not creating a bedtime routine that tells our body, it's time to slow down. But without good sleep, everything else becomes more of a challenge. Your memory, your immune system, even your emotional resilience. So what can we do? Well, first, try going to bed and waking up around the same time every day, even on weekends. Your body loves rhythm. Make your bedroom a peaceful place. Keep the lights low in the evening, turn off the screens at least an hour before bed, and maybe listen to some soft music or do some deep breathing. If you wake up in the middle of the night, don't stress. It's normal. Try not to look at the clock. Maybe keep a book nearby, or just sit quietly until you feel sleepy again. And if you find your thoughts racing, it can help to jot them down on a notepad next to the bed. Sometimes getting them out of your head is all it takes. A good night's sleep is like a reset button. It gives your body a chance to repair, your mind a chance to organize itself, and your mood a fresh start. Don't underestimate the power of rest. It's as important as any medication, meal, or movement. Now, I want to talk about something that might hit a little deeper, something many seniors experience, but few talk about: feeling disconnected. That sense of loneliness or isolation that can creep in when days go by without a phone call, when old friends move away, or when our circles get a little smaller. We're social beings. Even the quietest of us still need a sense of connection, someone to talk to, laugh with, or share a story with. And when that's missing, it can have real effects. It doesn't just weigh on your heart, it can impact your memory, your immune system, even your risk of depression and anxiety. But here's the good news. Connection doesn't have to mean big parties or packed calendars. It can be as simple as calling a friend just to say hello, writing a note or card, chatting with a neighbor while checking the mail, or joining a local class or group, even if it's virtual. Volunteering is another beautiful way to connect. Whether it's reading to children at the library, knitting blankets for the hospital, or helping out at the community center, giving your time creates connection and purpose. And purpose is powerful. It gives you a reason to get up, to get moving, to stay engaged. If you're not sure where to start, ask someone for help. Family, a neighbor, even your local church or senior center, they can point you in the right direction. The most important thing is to not let loneliness settle in quietly. It's okay to reach out. You're not alone, and there are people out there who want to hear from you. So here we are: hydration, nourishment, medication, movement, sleep, and connection. Each one a small thread in the fabric of a good day, a better week, and a healthier life. When we weave them together with care, the result isn't just avoiding mistakes, it's creating a daily rhythm that supports us, lifts us, and helps us thrive. And yet, there's one more habit we haven't touched on, something that hides in plain sight and can make all the difference between a safe, secure home and a serious accident waiting to happen. You see, our homes, where we spend so much of our time, should be the safest place in the world for us. But too often, they quietly become a source of risk. Not because we're careless, but because we grow so used to our surroundings that we stop noticing the little things. A rug that curls at the corner. A dim hallway light that was never quite bright enough. Shoes left by the door. That one step in the bathroom you've gotten used to stepping over, until one day, you miss. Neglecting home safety is one of the most common and most dangerous mistakes many seniors make. And it's not because we don't care. Sometimes we don't even realize how small changes in our bodies, like slower reaction time, a slight shuffle in our walk, or weaker eyesight, can turn everyday objects into hazards. Falls are one of the leading causes of injury among older adults. One fall can change everything. And yet, the good news is, many falls are preventable. That's right. With just a few adjustments, we can turn our homes from risky to reassuring. Let's walk through the house for a moment, together. Start at the front door. Is there a light that turns on automatically when it gets dark? If not, think about installing one. What about the floor? Do you have mats or rugs that slip or slide? If you love them, great, but make sure they've got non-slip backing or are secured with tape. You should never have to tiptoe around your own home. In the hallway, make sure the path is clear. No boxes, no clutter, no obstacles. And lighting, lighting is everything. Especially if you wake up during the night. Night lights in the hallway, bathroom, and bedroom can be a game changer. You don't need to fumble around or guess where you're stepping. In the bathroom, probably the most dangerous room in the house, grab bars can make all the difference. One near the toilet, another in the shower. Non-slip mats both inside and outside the tub. And maybe a shower chair, if standing gets tiring. None of this is about being frail. It's about being smart. Taking control. Saying, I value my independence enough to protect it. And let's not forget about footwear. Those cozy slippers might feel good, but if they don't grip the floor well, they're not doing you any favors. Go for supportive shoes with non-slip soles, even indoors. They're like tires for your feet. You wouldn't drive a car with bald tires, right? Making your home safer isn't about living in fear. It's about peace of mind. About giving yourself, and your loved ones, the comfort of knowing you're taking care of the space you live in, just like you take care of your body and mind. And really, that's what all of this comes down to. These 7 daily mistakes? They're not character flaws. They're not failures. They're gentle signals, whispers from your body, from your routines, from your environment, saying, hey, something could be better here. And you know what? You have the power to listen. To make small shifts that ripple out into big changes. Drink the water. Eat the meals. Take your medication. Move your body. Prioritize your sleep. Connect with people. Make your home a place of safety and comfort. If you're feeling overwhelmed, just choose one thing to start with. One small change. Maybe today it's filling a pitcher of water and putting it on the table where you can see it. Maybe it's making a phone call to check in on a friend, or ask someone to check in on you. Maybe it's spending 10 minutes clearing clutter from the hallway. That's it. That's the beginning. Every step you take, no matter how small, is a declaration, I matter. My health matters. My life still has joy and purpose and possibility. You've come through so much to get here. You've gathered decades of wisdom, strength, and stories. And you deserve to feel good in your body. To wake up with energy, to move through your day with ease, and to rest at night knowing you've taken good care of yourself. We don't age by accident. We age with intention, with grace, with awareness. And if today's video spoke to you, I'd love to hear about it. Share your thoughts or stories in the comments. Maybe you found your own tricks to stay on track. Maybe there's a habit you're working on. Your experience matters, and it might just inspire someone else in our community. If you found this helpful, give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel for more gentle guidance on living your best life after 60. We're in this together. So here's to fewer mistakes, more awareness, and a life filled with health, happiness, and connection. Not because we're chasing perfection, but because we're embracing progress. You've got this. One step at a time.